Athers, there's a new format for this T20 World Cup. Some people might not be completely up to speed with it. More teams than ever. Can you just run us through how it'll all work?
Yeah, 20 teams. The ICC have basically said that T20, the shortest format of the game, is the one that they want to use to try and expand the game into new regions and new countries where the game has a foothold but might not yet be fully grown, if you know what I mean. So there are four groups of five, 20 teams, lots of teams that people might not know a lot about, like Nepal, where the game is very, very popular, Oman, Papua New Guinea. And then the top two from each group go through to the Super Eights, where you'd expect to see the kind of strongest nations gather, and then semi-finals and final. And it lasts a month. And as we chatted before the break, it's spread over America and the Caribbean, most of the games in the Caribbean, but a significant number in the States, because they want to try and crack the American market, or at least make cricket more popular. It was a very popular game in the States in the mid-19th centuries, but then really died off. So they're trying to, regalvanize the game there. Major League Cricket is taking off. They've got an opportunity to go to the LA Olympics in 2028. And this World Cup in the States is part of that drive.
Like a great growth opportunity. The last fortnight has been a real frustration. The weather has cut England's preparation series with Pakistan in half, but we did see strong performances. Jos Buttler, Jofra Archer was back from over a year out injured. Adil Rashid played well as well. Do you think those three hold the key for England?
Yes, I mean, they've got great players all throughout the lineup, so you never quite know who's going to take the tournament by storm. But certainly the three you mentioned are very important players for England. The return of Jofra Archer is a really important one. He's was out for over a year before he made his return against Pakistan, and he looked in pretty good order. And he's a crucial player for England because he bowls across all phases of a T20 game. He can bowl at the start in the power play, through the middle, and he's a brilliant bowler at the end of the innings as well. Obviously, Buttler has a lot on his plate, so he's the captain, wicketkeeper, and opening batter. He had a very poor tournament in the 50-over World Cup in India, and that was symptomatic of England's really poor tournament as a whole. So if he plays well, there's a good chance that England will be highly competitive in this tournament. They're the reigning holders, of course. They hold the T20 World Cup. And will be looking to defend it rather better than they did the 50-over World Cup in India before Christmas.
Yeah, England have had issues with slow over rates, partly because Buttler, the captain, is so far away from the bowlers in between deliveries, so it takes a while for messages to get relayed. Do you think that might cost them at this tournament?
Well, everybody's on the clock, so England can't afford to be slow. No team can afford to be slow. There's a kind of countdown clock in between overs, and you get a couple of warnings, and then it's a 5-run penalty. So it's a pretty significant penalty in a T20 game when scores are very compressed. So he uses Moeen Ali actually a lot at mid-off and mid-on. Moeen Ali is the vice captain, very experienced player, and he's the one who will, messages will go via Moeen to the bowlers. So I'm hopeful that England, will be up with the rate because they can't afford not to be.
Who do you think are your favourites heading into this tournament? You don't just have to say England because everybody at home will want you to say that.
Well, they've got a good as chance as any. The thing about the T20 format is that it's a bit more of a lottery than the 50-over game, or indeed Test cricket. The longer the game, the more chance that the best teams will have a chance to get on top. Whereas 20-over cricket, short-form cricket, bit more of a lottery. Anybody can beat anybody on their day. England have got as good a chance as anybody. You'd say India probably pre-tournament favourites, given the strength and depth of cricket in their country, the advantage they have in terms of resources. I like South Africa. I think they've got a very strong-looking squad, and don't discount the hosts, West Indies, who know the conditions better than everybody, and they've got some very powerful hitters and quick bowlers, and that's a pretty good combination.